Hi, welcome. I'm Diederik Gelderman. Thank you so much for joining me today on my lovely Exeter property with the sun shining and it's a beautiful day. On this short video blog today, there's a few things I'd like to mention. The first thing is, as you probably know, I've spent the last 8 weeks travelling through the States and through Europe doing some trainings and workshops and some events. And it became really obvious to me that there are 5 key problems that challenge most practices. The first one is team. The next one is finances and understanding finances. The third one is the internet, whether we should use it, whether we should not use it. The next one, a really hot topic, social media, you know, the ins and outs of social media and should we be using it, and actually how do we use it. And then the fifth one is that most practices don't have a marketing plan. So they're the 5 challenges that all the practices that I talk to, said were their height of mind. Based on that, I've put together an online training series, and on the link in the email itself, you can actually click on that link and learn all about the series. When you go to that site, you can learn all about that upcoming 5-part series. Now, that series will be held live on Tuesday night Australian time at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So just convert that to your own time zone. We'll be doing 60 to 90 minute online trainings, live online trainings, and then attached to each training there's going to be a plethora of worksheets that we'll talk about and that you can work through in your own time. And each week we'll build on those modules that we've just talked about, so that by the end of the 5 weeks you'll have that whole all those 5 problems and challenges really under control. We'll be doing a bonus 6th week, and we'll have internet social media guru Michelle Elmer's coming and talking to us that night, so it's something to really look forward to. So go and have a look at the site and decide whether this online training series is for you or not. I'd strongly suggest that it is. And one last thing, if you can't attend live, you can simply access the recordings and all the downloads and everything else whenever works for you. That site is going to be available for 12 months, so even if you can't access live or you're a little bit too busy or something like that, it'll be there forever. Now, during that series as well, you'll get to interact with me one-on-one on Facebook and be able to send me emails and whatnot. So I'd really strongly encourage you to come along for that. Now, today's blog. I know your time is precious, and time management is something that's becoming, worse and worse and worse and worse. And rather than all these new technologies and all these new things helping us be better time managers, we're actually becoming more and more time poor. So the first 2 articles in today's blog are all about time management. All about time management. Arguably, women have the highest time pressures because they're multitasking their professional lives, their family life, the kids, and all those other things. So the guys aren't as badly in the boat as the women are, but we're all in the boat to some degree. And even though we'd like to think that chocolate's going to help, it doesn't really. It only gives us temporary relief and makes us feel good. So when you learn, and this is what these articles are about, time and energy management, when you learn to manage your time more skillfully, you'll get more done in less time and with a higher level of focus and a higher level of outcome. You'll feel better about the outcome, you'll feel better about yourself, and at the end of the day, all it takes is a little bit of planning, and the articles will show you exactly how to do that. Let me say that again. All it takes is a little bit of planning and the tips in the email. Now, those tips are practical. I've taught them, I've shared them with many practices. They're simple, they're powerful, and they're really easy to implement. Remember, time management for most people is a little bit like going on a diet. It's a fad, and therefore you do it for a month and then it's over and done with. Well, the time management tools and tips in those attachments and in the email are a little bit like a lifestyle change. It will be there forever. So I'll just give you a couple of really quick key summary points of those things for you to remember. So the first thing is, do the most important task first. Every day, do the most important task first. Most of us have the highest energy levels at the beginning of the day and the least distractions or the fewest distractions. What you should decide is the night before you should pre-plan your day. So last night you plan today and then do the most important thing first. And try to do it for about 60 to 90 minutes. Most of us can focus really well for 60 to 90 minutes, and then we sort of fade a little bit. So 60 to 90 minutes, and then stop and have some active R&R. Now make sure that 60 to 90 minute block is set aside without interruptions. Okay, so no kids, no Facebook, no mobile phones, no Twitter. And a little bit like a race, have a start point, you know, maybe it's 9 o'clock, maybe it's 10 o'clock, and have a finish point. That way your body knows this is when we're starting, I can go hell for leather, and this is when we're stopping. So that's the first point. Now, if you can only do that once a week or twice a week or 3 times a week, whatever you like is cool, that's up to you. But, you know, try and schedule it once or twice or 3 times in a week. You will find that your outcome will absolutely soar. My one-on-one coaching clients love that strategy and it works for them very well. Now, point number 2, you must take renewal breaks. You must take renewal breaks. So you have that period of highly focused energy, and then you have a period of active rest and renewal. Now, whether that's going for a 5-lap swim, whether it's walking around the block, whether it's listening to some nice music, whether it's eating some nuts and fruits, whether it's doing a 3 or 4 or 5 minute meditation, totally up to you. Whatever renews you is fine for you, but do it actively. Going and doing a cat spay or a dog spay or doing having a consultation with a client is not active renewal. It's staying in the grey zone where you don't actually build your reserves back up again. So have an active renewal break after that 45 to 90 minutes of work. So do that and watch your productivity absolutely soar. Now the third point I'd like to make is that we are not multitaskers. Multitasking has been shown to increase our inefficiency by about 25%. It takes about 25% longer to get tasks done if we multitask than if we focus on one task and follow it through. So multitasking can be called task switching or switch tasking. It doesn't work. Please get it out of your life and just keep on focusing on one thing at a time. Now, the last point I want to mention, point number 4, is to stay focused. Remove all the distractions in your day when you're trying to get some work done. And as I said before, whether it's turning off the phone, turning off Facebook, just don't allow distractions to overwhelm you. Now, because it really will increase the time required to do stuff. You can use, there's all sorts of tools you can use for this now. I don't use a lot. I just try and concentrate. But if you want to use Google Chrome, there's an extension called the Stay Focused extension, and it'll allow you to restrict your web content access to specific pages so that you, for example, stay on track during a particular period of time when you're researching on the web. Now, the next article, so there's 2 articles about time management. The next article is based on a seminar that I went to see when I was speaking at Chicago in July, August this year, and it's a summary of some cat and dog statistics, mainly cat and why cat owners don't come in. I just praise it very simply. Most dogs are regarded by their owners as companions, but most cats are regarded as pets. And this is one of the main reasons why 52% of cats haven't visited you in the last 12 months. Now, the guy that did the research on this was John Volk, V-O-L-K, and this is one of the main reasons that cat owners don't come in. And the other interesting thing that he found was that when he talked to cat owners about their recent visit to the vet and their recent experience with the vet, to him it sounded like, you know, the trip from hell, you know, a horror flick from hell. So again, if you've ever had a horror trip, you're not likely to repeat it. And that's why cat owners, one of the reasons why cat owners don't come back. Have a read of that article. It's really, really, really interesting, and it's a very recent study. So the last thing I really want to mention is the how-to series that I talked about last time. You have asked me to develop some how-to series. We're in the process of videoing these at the moment. I'll pre-release one in a couple of weeks' time. Keep your eye open for that, and it'll be how to increase your vaccination recall rates to about 85%. So something to look forward to, considering most practices do about 40 to 50%. So we've got a whole heap of those coming out early next year. So if there's any topics that you want me to talk about, these will all be 3 to 5 minute videos. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and we'll attend to them. The current things we've got scheduled are work-life balance, motivating staff, hiring system, marketing, client customer service, leadership, management, finances. They're the ones we've got planned at the moment. Like I said, they'll all be simple how-to 3 to 5 minute videos, and they'll start coming through in the new year. So, last point. I'm really excited and really chuffed and really happy because Entrepreneur Magazine has seen fit to honour me, I guess, and have given me a page on their website and put a whole heap of stuff in about me, and there's some articles there that I've written as well. So go to Entrepreneur Magazine and you can read a little bit more about it. And as I said, I'm really proud of that and honoured and humbled at the same time. There's an interview in there that I did as well with them. It was a Skype interview that we put together, so worth looking at. There's some interesting stuff there on team and pays and performance-based pay and things along those lines. Last thing, there's one thing for you to do now, and that is to go to the website www.tcypmarketing.com/blueprint and get access to that training series, and you know, join us. It'll start on the 12th of November, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Love to see you there. Guarantee you that those 6 modules will revolutionise the way you do things in your practice. So thanks again. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Goodbye.